give it a go. What do you have to lose? I think it's very simple. You'll see after the first session whether or not it's going to be a right fit for you. The journey so far has been great. Just a lot of noise in the market, a lot of noise in the industry. I think probably the thing that took me over the edge was the AI side of things, not knowing where to start, knowing it is crucial, having played around with it at a personal level, personal life and other things, but not necessarily implement it within the business. That was what took me over the edge. I'm the sole director. I don't have someone to bounce the ideas off. So having a group of people in a somewhat informal setting, discussing things openly, I think that's valuable. Win was seeing how one can learn from another, and it's partly the reason why I'm still around and liking what I'm seeing in the group that we have. We're not all the same shape and size. Everyone, some people are a bit different. Some people a little bit further ahead, some people a little bit further behind. But the fact that everyone voices their opinions, gives their advice, how they will treat it, how they'll approach it, how they have gone through it as already in their experience. Someone may have said something that I may have discreetly said, "Oh, I haven't thought about that in mind. So I'm going to go away and look into that." And then, unfortunately, then I lay on up with my operations manager, say, let's run with this and see how this is impacting us. We haven't thought about this. I think that's probably the biggest one thus far. How that has equated to, in terms of a value, a number, probably wouldn't be able to quantify that just yet, but it obviously has sprung ideas that weren't on the horizon previously. I think it was more the implementing the SOPs. We had a very manual system previously. Essentially, it was just an Excel workbook that was just being updated. So having that in place, having one central place where the amount of questions coming to me, at least they would triage the amount of questions coming to me, and from that point on, were the ones that we haven't documented. Looking back at it, I definitely don't regret it. I'm glad I jumped in when I did. I think if I left it for another 6 months, we'd be playing catch up and everyone would be a lot further ahead.